Officials are breathing a sigh of relief after more than 30 construction workers in an industrial tunnel in Los Angeles reached safety after it partially collapsed. The cave in occurred between the tunnel boring machine 5 miles from the entrance and the construction workers who were working 6 miles in. The workers, who were about 400 feet underground, scrambled over loose soil more than 12 feet high to reach the tunnel boring machine and then were transported back to the opening. This aerial footage is showing workers being brought out of the tunnel in a yellow cage hoisted up by a crane. So again, that is some of that footage there. And we are awaiting more updates on this story, but I did want to share with you this press conference that we have not shown you yet here on Live Now from Fox of officials in Los Angeles speaking on this.
LAFD resources responded to 1701 North Figueroa Avenue to a confined space. We were very lucky this time. We had over 100 resources that were here, over 100 firefighters and paramedics here to respond to this incident. Use our capabilities. We also even prepared, and hats off to the incident commanders that were on scene, that we ordered enough resources. Also, we had air resources prepared for any air ambulance rescues. It was determined that a structure failure of the tunnel lining failed approximately 5 to 6 miles in. Trapping that we thought 27 in the
5 to 6 miles in. That is that tunnel, any kind of tunnel, mines, they are very, so it's not a job that I would want to do. No, it's not a job I would want to do. Just because of how dangerous. Yeah, you've heard stories of mines collapsing or tunnels collapsing. And 5 miles into the tunnel? Now, that is absolutely crazy. A structural problem. Jesus Christ. The main thing with tunnels is making sure that the structure can handle the load of the earth. So depending on how deep it is, the deeper you go, the more weight that the tunnel has to support. Depending on what type of soil, if it's soil, then the soil, the main thing with soil is, yes, the weight. But if you carving through rock, that's totally different, because you can, unless it's fractures in the rocks. Now I'm just I'm getting down into some of the engineering work that I do, but that is actually crazy. I think I saw it said 3 people have died from this. It's work that has to be done, but there are brave men and women who can do this work. And it's tragic when anything like this happens. Let's keep going into the video.
Individuals, 4 actually went in to rescue, to assist. So a total of 31, and a total of 31 were evaluated afterwards. And that is still continuing on as we speak. The workers had to climb through debris. They had to make themselves out through, and then rescuers actually came to them to assist them out. So what we're doing now, as far as the LAFD is concerned, and with this work site, is we're going to continue our relationship with the workers that are here to make sure that it's a safe site, and the LAFD will be here at all times. So at this time, I'd like to introduce the Congresswoman, Ronnie Villanueva.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking the LA Fire Department and the workers for their courageous work, the men and the women who, when the call came in, did not hesitate, came right out, did the work of making sure that we did everything they could to rescue the workers.
Now let me say this. This is what gets me when people say taking funding away from either the police or any kind of emergency services in general. When something happens, I want to be able to call the police, the firefighters, and just any kind of emergency services so that they can help. I don't understand. I just don't understand why people, emergency services do such great work And yes, there are some bad people, of course, but there's bad people in any kind of profession. But the work that they do should be celebrated. They help the people out of sometimes sacrificing their life to help people, which just let's pray for the family. I think it's 3 people who have died working in this tunnel, and just any emergency services, especially if anyone was hurt. Let's pray for them. It's a tragic situation. Let's keep going.
The Clearwater project is more than a construction effort. It's a critical investment in our region's future. In 2022, the Environmental Protection Agency invested $441 million in this project to help modernize our wastewater infrastructure. And this work is going to protect public health. It's going to safeguard our environment and ensure cleaner water for generations to come. But we must never forget that these large infrastructure projects require workers that take great risk. And tonight it was great to be able to talk to a few of those workers to describe their ordeal, to describe what they went through, that are shooken up. But as was said, it was a lucky night, and it was one where they're safe, and that's what we're focused.
I can't imagine how much how traumatized you would be. Don't know if you're gonna see the light of day because you're 6 miles into a tunnel and it collapses. How would you feel? How would you cope? Would you give up? Would you try to dig yourself out? No one will truly know how you react until you're in that situation. I feel like I can speak for most people. I don't never want to be in that situation.
Focused on, and I'm proud of the joint effort here with federal, local government, our mayor, our supervisor, who have been doing an incredible job in leading this city and, coming out for our workers. So let's not just be thankful tonight, but recommit ourselves to making sure that we have conditions that are safe for our workers at all times. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to... my name is Nanette Barragan, Barragan, Congress member for this district, California's 44th district. And now I get the honor of introducing the leader of our great city, my former colleague, now the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass.
Thank you very much, Congresswoman, and then also I want to thank our interim fire chief. What started out as a very frightening evening, I know when we raced down here, I was so concerned that we were going to find tragedy. Instead, what we found was victory. All of the men that were in that tunnel rescued up, safe.
Okay, so I misspoke. That's my apologies. I thought I saw it somewhere. It said that 3 people passed away. But hey, that's good that no one has died from this tragedy.
Opportunity to speak with them. We had an opportunity to make sure that they were able to reach their family members. Their family members knew they were safe. There were many anxious family members who were here waiting to make sure that their relatives were okay. We spoke with the paramedics while the paramedics examined the men as they came up. And I just have to tell you that we're all blessed today in Los Angeles. No one injured, everyone safe. And I am feeling very, very good that this is a great outcome in what started as a very scary evening. And so with that, I want to introduce our supervisor for the area and my former colleague, Janice Hahn. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Bass, and it's great to be here tonight with you, Mayor, with the Congresswoman, with the council member, Tim McCosker. I feel the same way. When we first got the call, I came over here, sometimes you think the worst, but we are so lucky tonight and we are so blessed tonight that all of the men came up, they came out, they're alive, and they're reasonably well. So besides being an...
Now, I feel like we've gotten all what we've needed to hear from that. But that is absolutely wild. Like I said before, I can't imagine being 6 miles in a tunnel and it collapsed. Luckily, everyone was able to make it out. That's the main thing. Everybody was able to make it out. I want to hear about what happened. What happened to the structure that made it collapse? All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to